G'day, folks. It's the Meeple Monkey here, and Happy New Year. It's just gone news about a little under a half an hour ago here in Oz. So I suppose as we go around, more and more places will hit the big old 2024. But just wanted to quickly jump on before I hit the hay myself to just basically say Happy New Year to you all, and just go through some of the things I guess I'm thankful for this year in the world of Marvel United and Homebrew and the channel Meeple Monkey and that sort of thing as well. So obviously I understand that New Year's is a good time to sort of celebrate lots of stuff in your life besides just Marvel United. So of course there's a lot of stuff going on. Around the world that isn't so great for some people and that sort of thing as well, and things like that. But I just and it's very important here myself. I just had a great holiday with my family, and obviously very grateful for my family and everything as well. But this particular video is sort of going to be focused on the Meeple Monkey channel and Marvel United in particular, and the um, homebrew sort of group of people that I've been sort of working with and that sort of thing. So just going to be focused on that, I guess. So yeah. So, but I guess first and foremost, thanks very much to everyone who's watched the video and stuck around and hasn't just gone, "Yep, this is terrible. I'm out of here," sort of thing. And all those folks who have taken the time to do a thumbs up or make a comment, leave a suggestion or whatever it might be, just that sort of thing, and anyone who's subscribed. So thank you very much for all those folks, and anyone who's um, responded to one of my Facebook posts or anything like that, and just given us some feedback on homebrew or whatever it might be. Anyone who's engaged with us, thanks very much for that too. And I guess first and foremost, that group of folks, very select few, Len and Giro, those folks and Dave at the Meeple Monkey Facebook community page. Thank you very much for all the great support, messages and sharing your video, not your videos, I should say, but your photos and all the progress you've been doing with your painting and all that sort of stuff, and just having a chat and that sort of thing. Thanks very much for that. It's been really sort of inspiring and really appreciate it. So a big shout out to you guys, and I guess. Special shout out to Simon, the big company, but in particular Andrea, one of the designers behind, I think, along with Eric Lang and I think maybe one other fellow behind the Marvel United game system. Without this, we wouldn't be having so much fun with it. So, thank you to Andrea and in particular for his the way he sort of sticks with the community and engages and is always hanging out in the Facebook groups and on the Board Game Geek website. He's always very quick to jump in and respond and give his feedback and give answers to questions about the game, whether it's rules related or whatever, and share whatever he can. And always in a polite and supportive way, sort of thing. So thanks to him, it's been you know really good to see his sort of support for also like the homebrew community and that sort of thing as well. So that's been great. So speaking of support for the community, Andrew Fantasia puts out some great videos, a lot of really awesome, excited and excitable videos all about Marvel United. So check out his channel, and he's also on Digital Charcuterie. So yeah, definitely check that out. And they talk about all sorts of great stuff, Marvel and pop culture sort of related and that sort of thing as well. But he does some great stuff, and it's been really good to sort of chat with him and come up with different homebrew ideas and that sort of thing as well. And he's really excited. I hope this might be the year or coming soon for maybe some DC United. That looks, signs are looking good. So he's hopefully excited about that too. But I know he's also very excited for Marvel United and season 3 and that sort of thing as well. So that's great as well. So yeah, big shout out, happy New Year to Andrew Fantasia, and I hope to see more of your work next year. And Hydro Man's looking good, and looks like Big Head Chibis have helped us out with a model there for next month as well, which is very cool. special shout out to Dan from Minis from Mars. Great little Aussie company. They're the ones that put out that great, all the great tokens and 3D printed tokens, stuff like that for the civilians and the thugs, threat tokens, and that great Senator Kelly model. And just a really nice guy, and really supportive, and uh, you know. Good to chat to, and just has a really good sense of humor in the Discord as well. So yeah, always enjoy chatting with Dan. So and he puts out good stuff there. So happy to support him there. Um, and the speaking of the Discord community, big shout out to those guys. Really welcoming, supportive community, and it's through that I sort of discovered the homebrew stuff as well. But even just from the early days, being excited about the campaign and that sort of thing. It was a great, really nice community to be a part of, and just sort of chatting about what we were looking forward to with all the new stuff with season 3 and getting ourselves excited about it. So that was really cool. And in particular, a bunch of guys there, Lukey19, and then I think Rick Nichols. Yeah, he was on the home on the Discord as well. Rick Nichols and oh, forgetting, there was another person that helped us out as well, but and also Nico Moose came on board as well, and they helped us out with the Cameron Hodge design, my very first homebrew there. So that was really helpful. So thank you to all those guys, and really cool as well. Like Lucky19 and Divided Sky, Nico Moose, those guys are really working on some cool stuff with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff as well. So, and there's more stuff with that coming up with the second round of heroes and that sort of thing as well. So definitely check those guys out. And Big Head Chibis, I mentioned them a little while ago. They helped bring another guy from the Discord, Mateo, and some others were really excited to champion the idea of brute force for Marvel United. And thanks to Big Head Chibis, we now have models for those guys as well. So very cool to check that out. So thank you to all those folks. And I also wanted to give a shout out to uh, some particular folks, so thank you to everyone, in the Marvel United multiverse. But there's some folks amongst the homebrewers that really wanted to sort of like give special thanks to, and then talk a little bit about maybe something that, like, the thing that amongst all their great work that I'm sort of most excited by, or happy about, that they put out there into the community this year, sort of thing. So starting with why don't we start with Norlith, who is one of the designers. He really inspired me to get into the Street Fighter world, because he was doing some Marvel vs. Capcom stuff, starting with, I think, Ryu. And yeah, it was really, really cool to see. So, and he's been great to chat to, and he's working on some stuff as well. And so he's done a bunch of different stuff there. But I think the thing I'm most excited for actually is something that he's currently working on, hasn't actually released yet, which is his Akuma. So there's a Big Head Chibis model for that coming out, and he's doing some cool stuff with Akuma, and it sounds like it's almost there, almost ready to put out into the world, sort of thing. So really looking forward to seeing that. But that's the thing I'm sort of like most excited about, sort of thing. So great work, Norlith, and he's been great to chat to. Jumps in on some of the live streams and stuff like that as well. So yeah, very cool. And then his roommate, Nelly Nell, very prolific designer in the homebrew world. So I think does great villains, great heroes, does about 15 different universes full of Marvel United stuff. Really, really cool. And so it's very hard to sort of nail down and pick one particular thing I've been most excited about with him. And I had a really great chat with him. If you guys caught that stream, if you haven't seen that one, go back through like some of the videos, and you'll find I did a live stream with Nelly, and he had some great insights into homebrew design and that sort of thing as well. I hope to do more of those down the track with himself and others as well. But probably the thing that I really it was one of the things that really got me really excited about the homebrew world and that sort of thing, was his design, one of his earlier designs for Deku, or Izuku Midoriya in My Hero Academia United, and just the way he captured how Deku works, and just within that same simple little card system that Marvel United has, but the way he was able to capture the feel of like Deku sort of damaging himself, putting all his power into like a big attack and then like wiping himself out and that sort of thing especially when he was like still learning to use his powers, which is what that hero sort of represented, Deku at that time. Just the way he was able to capture that in such an interesting way and create a deck of cards that was so unique and a real puzzle to play with and work out how you were going to use that. And when you were going to play the cards at the right time, and how many cards were you going to sort of build up, how many actions were you going to forfeit using to sort of build that power up and that sort of thing. Just a really interesting design, and so he's put out a ton of other really interesting designs since then, but that was like that first one that really just opened my eyes to like, wow, what a because I think until that point I'd always thought, oh well, heroes are there's only so much design space in the Marvel United hero decks, right? There's only so much you can do with it, sort of thing. They have about not two or three, like three or four special cards. They might give you an extra attack here or an extra movement here, or prevent an attack or whatever it might be. But just the way that the whole way that you play your card deck and the choices that you make and all that sort of stuff, and the order in which you play your cards and stuff matters so much with his system, and I thought that was really good. He creates really great systems there. Um, and so yeah, great job, great job, Nelly. Um, and so who we got next? Let's see. Well, I guess next person I should probably talk about is someone who really, without him, a lot of the homebrew community would have been very hard to take off, and that's Helios 23. I know there's probably others who have sort of been around in the homebrew system from earlier on, sort of thing, but I'm not sure if there was as much access for everyone to the design files and that sort of stuff without Helios 23. So, he's done about 1,000 one-piece characters, heroes and villains. Again, he's one like Nelly that, I could, it'd be really easy to sort of like pick one of those characters sort of thing as my most favorite thing that they've done, but really, and even just like the idea of that he's created this whole one piece united sort of world with so many different characters. It's a fully realized sort of expansion out there. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit, but he really, the thing I'm most excited about, or the thing that I'm sort of most thankful for, I should say, thing I most appreciate with Helios 23 is that he's made those Photoshop files where you can sort of create your own heroes and that sort of stuff so accessible to everyone. And it's really just up to you whether or not you want to use them and have ideas and you want to just sort of dive into the world of Photoshop. If you're not that familiar with Photoshop, that's a little bit of a scary thing to do. But yeah, once you get into it, it's a lot of fun. And he was so open and willing to help folks as well and give them advice, not just on design of the characters, but how to use Photoshop and that sort of thing as well. And he's put out templates, and not just templates for building your cards, but also like planning your cards and things like that as well. So super helpful, and champion of the community. So thank you very much, Helios 23, and Kanji Studios. This is a guy, really super nice guy. I've loved watching his videos for a long time now. He got just as excited as me about Marvel United, and has been playing a ton of that on his channel. And look, he's done so much. It'd be very easy again to say, oh, it's just like the absolute multitude of villains that he's done for the community would be the thing that I'm most thankful for. But I think with him, and he's been real help, like with myself, sort of personally, like we're working on giving feedback and that sort of stuff with designs. But I think I've really appreciated that he was committed and did this. I know he enjoyed it as well, but he did a really great series with the folks from the One Stop Co-op Shop. I think they're now the Co-op Guild. I think they've sort of like sort of rebranded or something a little bit. But Steve and is it Kim? I think. Apologies if I'm getting the name wrong there. But the folks there, they sort of combined together to do a really big campaign. They played through the whole thing and played so many games over and over with the big map that Dom put out. There's another shout out there with that great campaign map that you can play. Um, but yeah, just what a great boon for the community. Those guys putting that series out, and getting Marvel United out. I guess it was pretty popular already, but just getting it out there and having so many videos that you can watch and that sort of thing as well, and probably a more polished and better, probably more streamlined watch as well than some of the stuff on my channel as well. So really appreciate all that content. But all of these guys, there's so many things to be thankful for. But that's probably the one that I picked for Kanji. So awesome work, bud. And yeah, thanks for everything you do. And I guess finally, Dave, or Diversion Architect. I mean, what a championing of the community as well. He's um, collaborated with Helios 23. They sort of like talk back and forth about design all the time, and he's put out his own series of templates to help the community with the InDesign program. So another Adobe thing, but a slightly different sort of setup and that sort of thing as well. So great alternate sort of source of putting your cards together. So I've sort of been sort of dabbling with both and sort of maybe focusing one series of characters using this and the other using that sort of thing. So I enjoy using both now, and they're really cool. He's done that. He's done a huge series of characters from the Age of Apocalypse series of comics. So he's got villains, Abyss, Sugarman, Mikhail. He's got some heroes, Mondo, and others. I'm trying to think of the other ones. So he's got others on the way, sort of thing. I think Mondo's the first one fully published, but he's got. I'm not sure if he's also put the others out, but Switchback or something, and forget the names of some of the others. But yeah, some really cool sort of Age of Apocalypse heroes there as well. And he's also done the what do you call it? The this is the problem with live, isn't it? When you got scatterbrain. Rogues Gallery, that's what I'm trying to think of. Yeah. What a great system there. So anyone who really likes the Sinister Six sort of thing, this essentially takes that Sinister Six system, and similar to what Common did or Simon did with the adding that sort of maximum carnage set, where you can sort of mix in a whole bunch of the other spider villain sort of things and put them into the Sinister Six. He's kind of opened that up, and you can kind of do your own all your own different villains and that sort of thing. So, and I know he and Kanji have really sort of like explored that, and there's tons of guys you can get there. But I think, speaking of that, is what I really appreciate. Apart from just Dave being a great friend and collaborator, and we've worked on a lot of things, and he's really given us a lot of good feedback and advice, and has got a really good brain for design and that sort of thing as well. But I really like what he's done for the community. Besides all that other stuff, is he's reached out to the people at the fandom site, the Marvel United Wiki, which is a great resource itself. But he's reached out to those guys and asked if he could sort of set up the homebrew pages there and sort of expand that out. And so it's become a place now, because he had created like his own website where he was gathering all the different sort of homebrew designs that people were making, and sort of giving that as a bit of a place to showcase their work. But it was like I don't know if it's Google Sites or something like that. It was a little bit hard to sort of like access. So what he's done is he's accessed this fandom site, and now it's a place you can get to easily, and a great place to showcase all the people's homebrew work. So there's a good community there in the Discord where we all share our homebrew stuff. But this is now a place where it's sort of out there, a little bit more open for people to access. And so it's a place where you can go and download TTS files. So if you want to experiment and play test and give feedback by playing on the tabletop simulator, you can. There are print files, so if you want to print them off yourself and do your own homebrew sort of stuff, it's all there. And it just is a place for all the homebrewers to sort of put their stuff out there for people to try, and and to receive feedback. And big thanks to this guy named Angel. not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but who's been leaving a lot of good feedback on that site there too. So big shout out to him too. But thanks to Dave for setting that up and giving people a place to share their stuff. So all these guys like Nelly Nell and Helios 23 and others have a place to let you guys reach this. So rather than us having to sort of um, try and spruik our wares on Facebook and say, hey, hello, we've got some stuff we've created. It's a place where you can sort of go and check out from time to time and see what's new and that sort of thing as well. So, yeah, definitely know I've used it, put up, the Dynasty Warriors stuff and the Marvel vs. Capcom and the One Piece stuff that I sort of did a little bit of additional characters and stuff for Helios and Nelly Nell. But yeah, really, really enjoyed doing that. So, big thanks to Dave for setting that up. So, anyway, that's just wanted to sort of jump on and basically say that and let you guys know what I really appreciate this year. Also, appreciate my wife buying me this cool tiger catch for Christmas. But no, hold on, was this my wife? Or was this my mum? This is my mum. I think this is my mum. My wife got me the whoa. The Thousand Sunny model over there. There we go. Whoa. Which was great fun to build as well. So, yeah. So, anyway, all good. Thanks very much. And, thanks to you all. I hope you have a really great new year. I hope you've got lots of stuff you really enjoyed this year, 2023. Or should say last year because it's now 2024, or at least where I am. And I hope you guys all have a really great, successful, happy, safe, healthy 2024. And yeah, look forward to seeing you all back here on the table and more games and that sort of thing. I've just literally finished a game of Marvel United big New Year's bash, so hopefully that'll be up at some point tomorrow on the channel as well. So that's something to look forward to. A really really good fun one, and the theme was a bit of an all-star sort of thing, so showcasing a bit of everything from what people have put out this year. So I hope you guys enjoy that too. So a lot of fun. So anyway, just wanted to say that, and thank you very much. And Meeple Monkey out. See you guys.